I want to introduce Veni Folta. Veni Folta is known as the Happy Brain Catalyst, creator of the Happy ABC formula, and the founder of Global Transformation Life. Her mission is to help women rewire their brains for happiness, focus, and success without sacrificing their well-being. She's the author of I Quit, How to Lose Your Job and Find Your Dream Career, with a foreword by none other than Jack Canfield. Let's welcome Veni Folta. Come on, let's hear it. Woo!
How many of you would like to wake up happier tomorrow than you did wake up this morning? Aha, I see hands. Now, how about from a scale from 0 to 10? 0 being, I barely made it this far. 10 being, I am so happy now, I might levitate. What is your number? Remember it right now. Because in the next few minutes, what if I can help you go up at least 1 point happier than you are now? If you're 10, you'll go to 11. Okay? I'm Veni Folta. I'm the Happy Brain Catalyst. What is a catalyst? A catalyst is a change agent that accelerates the transformation of the substance. And in my case, my people. Because what you learn in your life sometimes is the best gift to pay it forward. And that's one of the reasons I decided to do this work, which brought me back to why, after all these years in telecom, traveling the world to 53 countries, managing hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue, and yet that's this low-key anxiety and depression inside, because I learned this from potato. How about that? My potato moment. It brought me back to the potato moment close to almost 15 years ago now. One hand holding a potato peeler, one earbud in one ear, negotiating contracts, and frantically peeling potatoes over the sink. Because what? I have to cook dinner, pick up the kids from school, feed them, and drive them back to soccer practice. All of these thoughts all coming, bombarding me in my brain. And then as I was just doing all this, scrambling, cling, the peeler fell off my hand and went into the sink. That's such a silly little incident. Normally, I would have not thought anything about it except that day. That day, I saw how the slow motion of the peeler landing with the potatoes and the peels, and I go, is this how I want to live my life? I've managed everything. I've managed my family, my career, my team. How about me? I forgot about me. I forgot about how to manage my own joy and my own happiness. So I learned this lesson from a potato, which led me to the discovery of the science of neuroplasticity. So instead of thinking your brain is hardwired, like my mother told me when I was young, you're wired this way, you can't change, I believed her. But that is a pessimistic view on what you can do with your life. So when I found neuroplasticity, what? You can actually change your brain? You mean you don't always have to feel this like crazy, deep, soul-shaking, bone-crushing pain that you can't even tell what it was? Because neuroplasticity, I can change my brain. And instead of telling you the theory, here we go. This is how my brainwave looks. So if you pay really close attention, I am participant number 2, by the way. So there are 3 colors of the graph. The first line is green. It signifies your focus. The second line is alert, meaning attention, attentiveness. Then the third one is drift. The drift line, the blue line, is activated when you started losing attention, you don't know what you're doing. But what you see within a second, look at my brainwave. I went into high focus, high alert. You can see because you can compare that with the other participant. I was shocked. I was shocked when I saw that because I have read the literature, studying neuroscientists like Richard Davidson, how your brain, actually your structure of your brain can be changed. Not just mindset, literally your structure. But if you really think about it, that's true because how many of you play a musical instrument? Okay. What kind of instruments do you play, Lindy?
I used to play a trumpet,
Are you right-handed?
but I'm right-handed.
Do you feel like your fingers on your right hand are more sensitive or more dexterous? That's neuroplasticity because when she was born, she did not know how to play trumpet. But once she started practicing, her fingers that she uses to play trumpet got stronger and better at the task. So if you can change your fingers, imagine other stuff you can change in your whole body, which I will go into. So if you look at that, now in the middle of my chart, you can see a dip. And I think that was either somebody was calling, because if you see the other participants' chart also dips a little bit. But if you see how fast my brain recovered, within a split second, I went back to focus. Also, you can see literally from the wave that I am in such a better state almost all the time. Now, my life is not perfect, obviously. I flew back from Istanbul 14 hours direct, and then my husband was supposed to pick me up at the airport, and I waited out at the curbside for 30 minutes, no one showed up. He's like, oh, the car just got a flat tire. I was that tired with my backpack and everything. I just also finished walking the Camino in Spain. So normally I would have just flew off the handle, but no. I said, oh, I remember you're flying out tomorrow morning. He said he's called AAA. Why don't you get a hotel room and I'll figure out another way to get home. I watched myself because your body does not lie and there's no reaction. There's no upset. And I was like, whoa. So your body does keep the score. If you have unresolved trauma, it will come back not to hurt you. It's only to remind you that you are here to do work, and that's part of it. So this is an efficient brain. I asked Ariel what that means. That means your brain does not waste any energy. It focuses all the attention. It doesn't waste time drifting away. A very efficient brain. He was shocked to see this chart. Then if you look, I put a white rectangle around it. You can see it trending. I was on the scanner from 8:30 in the morning to like maybe 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So it was a long time. There was a lot of data, and a lot of the times the screen was showing this. So it wasn't a fluke, is what I'm trying to say. So would you want to be in flow state? Yeah, you're in flow. You're in bliss, nirvana. So this is the state that is going to protect you in so many ways. How about a tour inside your brain? So here we go. So this is how I can show you neuroplasticity at work at this moment. Do this. Hold your hands out. Interlace your fingers with one of your thumbs on top of the other. How does it feel? Pretty normal. Now, I'm going to ask you to open your fingers and move so that the other thumb is on top. It feels weird. Everybody, right? Just the other thumb. You never even thought about it. Why? Because your thumb is part of your wiring in your brain, and it gives you the default, which is wired in your neural pathways. When you tell your brain, put the other thumb on top, it's not connecting. So it's freaking out, partially. Look, Gary's holding his hands still together.
I thought of this idea a couple of years ago, so I started practicing putting my other thumb on top. It felt uncomfortable for a while, but now the old normal way feels foreign to me.
Thank you. That is a tour inside all of your brains, your own brain. Now, for those of you still holding on to this position, how does it feel now, even though it's the wrong thumb? It's not so bad. That means we can change. We have agency. We can be the writer of our own book. We're not dictated by biology. So brain training, just like training your muscles, just like playing trumpets. The more you do exercises that is training your brain to what you want to do. If you want to be happier, you do exercises or habits that are happier. Or you actually do exercises because your brain and your body are connected. They talk to each other. So if you want to have a more relaxed way, you actually go out and walk, because the brain scan shows all of this. You can do meditation, you exercise, even social connections. We are here. I personally feel happier just looking at your beautiful faces. So connection. So the heart is not just a metaphorical heart there, it's our actual heart. Heart-brain, go into coherence, you will feel really good. So next time if you have a potato moment, what are you going to do?
Throw away the peeler.
Throw away the peeler! But I will give you one even better way that you can remember. Is so simple, because there are only two energies in the body, contraction or expansion. So next time when you have your own potato moment, things like the sky is falling, what do? Remember that. Now you're in that situation. You're so tense. Curl your body up together, as tight as possible. Make yourself small. And now say, I am happy.
I am happy.
Anyone happy? No. Because your body is telling your brain, what the heck are you talking about? I am feeling small. I'm feeling stressed. Now do it the other way. Open wide. Spread your arms and say, I am depressed. See? You guys are cracking up. Now let's all stand up. And do it one more time. I am depressed. Well, now this time the real thing. I am happy. Now, how about all of you? Are you at least 1 point happier than a few minutes ago?
Yes.
Great job. Put your hands together. Give yourselves a standing ovation.